Om Amma. Know the basics of Sanatana Dharma. Pancha Mahayajnas. Why we should perform them every day. Episode 17. What are Pancha Mahayajnas? Dear friends, these 5 Mahayajnas are to be performed by every individual every day. They are part of Gruhya Karma Yajnas. Yet they are the very core of Indian culture. Normally, yajnas are performed with the spirit of Tyaga or pleasing the Devatas for individual prosperity and social well-being. But Panchamaha yajnas are performed as an obligation to repay the debt taken from the 5 beings. They are Devatas, parents, that is Pitrus, teachers, Rishis, humanity, Manushya, and other living beings, Bhutas. They represent the different dimensions of yajnas. In other words, they are performed as an expression of gratitude to all the 5 beings mentioned above on the daily basis. Scriptures make it mandatory to perform them daily, otherwise, human being, individual incurs sin, dear friends. Panchamahayajnas are the heart of Vedas and quintessence of Dharmashastras. Panchayajnas are essential for our survival. They restore the balance in nature. They are not the acts of charity. They are very duties towards the creation. They are not a religious sentiment of Hindus. They are the virtuous actions packed with the feelings of universal concern and well being, dear friends. They are the greatest gifts of Indian culture to the world beyond all religions and nations. In Krishna Yajurveda, Taittreya Aranyaka 210.1, the beautiful explanation is given what are Panchamahayajnas. Panchamahayajnas are to be performed on the daily basis. That's what this verse in Veda says, and are to be offered as a complete satisfaction to Devas, ancestors, that is Pitrus, sages, Rishis, and human beings, Manushya, and other living beings, Bhutas. This is what Krishna Yajurveda Taittreya Aranyaka says about. Friends, Deva Yajna is an expression of gratitude to divine beings who control the nature and senses. Pitru Yajna is a repayment of debt to parents through service and remembering our ancestors. Rishi Yajna is the offering our respect to the teachers and ancient sages for the knowledge treasure given to us. Manushya Yajna is the charitable and compassionate service to the humanity and giving hospitality to the guests. Bhuta Yajna is the feeding and protecting animals and birds and growing plants. Dear friends, these are about Panchamahayajnas. Let us get into the Deva Yajna. Deva Yajna is expressing heartfelt thankfulness to the godly being through worship. Seers perceived Devatas as custodians of nature. It is our obligation to venerate them. Devatas not only are the custodians of nature, they govern our senses also. Energy received by eyes is called as Surya Shakti. Breathing, our breathing is Vayu Shakti. Dampness of our tongue, Varuna Shakti. The grip of the hand is Indra Shakti. Dear friends, Devatas govern us from within and without. So it is our duty, it is our responsibility to express our gratitude through worship. We enjoy this earth as a gift from the divine. Instead of seeking more, let us express our gratitude for what we have been given. We come into this world empty handed, we go out from this world empty handed. Whatever we are enjoying here are not our possessions but are the gifts from Devas. So we are obliged to express our gratefulness to them, dear friends. Now let us come to Pitru Yajna. Pitru Yajna gave us the body, food, clothing, and shelter. Parents gave us the body, food, clothing, and shelter, education, and wealth. What are we today is because of the parents. We are indebted to them in every way. Respecting them and serving them is our duty. Pitru Yajna is meant to repay the debt by serving them. Parents transfer cultural legacy, that is samskaram. Inheriting ancestral legacy is worthier than inheriting wealth. We should feel blessed when we see orphans without parents, and at least we have parents to take care. We are appreciating the tradition of remembering our demised parents and our grandparents when they are not in our midst. What we call a Shraddha ceremony is also a Pitru Yajna. We are growing with the flesh and blood that we had inherited from our ancestors. Hence, we are expressing our gratitude to them through the tradition of ceremonies. This shows how the principle of love has been interwoven in our traditional style of living and culture. In subtle way, we receive the blessings of ancestors who reside in the higher world, dear friends. Now, let us come to Rishi Yajna. Rishis chiseled the man towards perfection. They made man recognize the divine spark within. Valuable knowledge treasure of our seers have been bequeathed to us. Ramayana, Mahabharata, Bhagavatam, and various other sacred texts, music, medicine, dance, sculpture, architecture, and various other glorious arts and sciences. These are the legacies we have inherited from ancient sages of India. Following their footsteps, we can reach them. We can teach the world what they have preached us if we learn and practice what they have taught. Reading the sacred books revealed by them, dissipating the knowledge acquired and assimilated for the good of the world is Rishi Yajna. Our Vedic culture insists on every moment of learning, every moment of life. Till last breath, we should learn, says Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. Our teachers help us to earn. They teach us the education for life. They teach us the education for living. We should pay respects to them always because we are indebted to them. Let us come to Manushya Yajna. As we live, we are indebted to people around us. We are living because many are helping us in many ways and cooperating with us through many means. Service is not just give and take relationship. It is giving more to the world than what you receive from it. Our charitable acts, our service to guests, they are called atidhi. Tidhi means time. Atidhi means without time. People who come without any mention about their coming, without any appointment, they are called as atidhis, means guests in virtual meaning. So our various helping acts of compassion and many such philanthropic deeds are termed as seva, that is service. They are called as Manushya Yajna. It is a debt that we owe to the people around us. Let us come to Bhuta Yajna, the fifth debt. The fifth debt we owe is our indebtedness. Fifth debt we owe is our indebtedness to other living creatures, mostly birds, animals, and plants. There are many creatures that live with us. We as human beings are part of the nature. Similarly, other living beings are also form part of the nature. Cow, dog, buffalo, and many other animals, herbs, plants, and many trees, all of them in one way or other nourish us, serve us, live with us by contributing to our growth. Offering food to the birds and animals, growing the plants, protecting the environment, and other similar actions constitute Bhuta Yajna. Dear friends, Panchamahayajnas symbolizes human beings' compassion and love. Panchamahayajnas are designed to bring out the universally extended feeling of gratefulness by making human being an epicenter and thus establishing the universal harmony. Om Lokaha Samastaha Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.